on FaceTime right now, and she is from Hillside Garden Landscaping. And Liz, our viewers have sent in some home gardening questions for you to answer. Want to thank them for that, of course, but what should our viewers know about landscaping this spring, especially in light of recent events and concerns about COVID-19?
That is a very good question. Spring is the season for landscaping, so where we're usually kind of gearing up to get going, we've had a big pause, and it is just really important that everybody know that the green industry of landscaping and nursery production has been given essential workforce status earlier this week. I currently am a member of the board of directors for the New York State Nursery and Landscape Association, and I have been very actively working with the board in conjunction with the New York State Department of Agri Markets, the Farm Bureau, and a lot of other state groups to ensure that landscaping is considered an essential service, simply because maintaining both public and private spaces, green spaces, is important to protecting public health and safety. Yeah. This time of year, there's a lot of leaves, there's a lot of debris. Those sort of things really do need to be cleaned up, and if we don't, then later on in the season we may have more insect and disease issues. So the most important thing is to get things kind of cleaned up. And our industry has been approved currently for cleanups, mulching, mowing, and plant and insect disease. So that is what everyone should be focusing on first. And we have been approved for new planting and lawn installations, and there are certain exemptions that can be made for hardscaping professionals as if they qualify as a skilled trade. However, and this is the most important thing, is that if there's any question at all about whether your agricultural or horticultural business can work, then you must contact the Department of Agriculture directly to get an exemption for your personal business. And above all, and if you do, it is incredibly important that if landscape professionals do choose to work, if they decide in their own personal business that they choose to work, that they strictly adhere to all safety guidelines and suggested protocols. For landscaping, one of the fortunate things is we work outside, so you must, adhere to the keeping 6 feet apart. You must make sure that you're sanitizing yourself, your tools. It's really important that you call ahead to your customers and let them know you're coming. Be prepared to tell them what your protocol is for safety. Make sure your staff is trained incredibly well as to what they need to be doing. And it's just so important that we be safe. Spring is such an important time for our industry, and we're fortunate enough to work outside, but I can't stress enough, those guidelines are extremely important.
And how can our viewers plan their landscape projects this season?
It is still early in the season. It's not even April yet, so it's not that, since many of us are home right now, spending some time outside can be, very relaxing, and it's also really nice change of scenery. So we are suggesting that, everybody spend some time in your yard and take a look at your outdoor spaces. Start making notes of areas that you'd like to improve. This can include new plantings later on in the season. It can include, hardscaping if you're looking for a patio or if you're in need of a retaining wall. But just take really good notes. You can always give us a call. You can always send us photos or videos of your landscaping. We are doing consultations either, via FaceTime or email, with a lot of ways that we can communicate and get started working on your project for later in the year.
Definitely, and it's good for when people are in quarantine. They have something to keep them busy, something to do. So thank you so much, Liz, for these tips, and we're looking forward to hopefully having you on sometime soon in person, but if not, then maybe a FaceTime call again.
Thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
I'm your home gardener from Hillside Garden Landscaping.